Hi, I'm KJH the artist/filmmaker and welcome to KJH's Art Challenge. Today on KJH's Art Challenge, I'm going to spin the wheel that will cover only characters owned by KJH Art.Studios. When I'm done, all the artworks are going to be on my website for $1 a download except for the ones that is labeled a rough drawing. For the warnings, there might be spoiler alert for those who haven't watched the film. You can watch them by going to the other channels known as KJH Art.Studios movies and TV shows, and you can find them in the links in the description below. I'm going to pause this video until you watch the full version of the film starting now. Have you watched the films? Then good. Now take it away, KJH.
My thank you speech. Well, today on KJH Art.Studios challenge, things are all over. It's going to be a lot different. So right about now, I'm just going to create a character in a realistic portrait or something like that. And when I mean realistic, I mean like humanoid featured or something like that. That's completely humanoid or it's clearly drawn in realistic style or something like that, even though I did try my best. But it pretty much does bring me back to the days when I was in high school, because back in my high school days, I used to create characters that or people that looks kind of realistic, but it's not hyper-realistic, but somehow realistic or something like that, even though it's just not easy or something like that. But at least I try to make it hyper-realistic or somewhat realistic or something like that. Well, you know how that goes or something like that when it comes to creating characters that looks kind of realistic or something like that, as well as being hyper-realistic or something like that. So it's going to be like humanoid feature, and it's all going to be in self-portrait or something like that. So it's all going to be like in a portrait mode or something like that. So I'm just going to spin the wheel right about now, and we're going to pick one of these characters from any shows, films, or film series I officially have created, and I'm going to create one of these characters who happens to be Winda from Winda Pancake. So I am going to create Winda in a realistic portrait or something like that, meaning that she might have this humanoid feature or something like that. And she might look like a portrait or something like that, and for the warning, it may not look good as the result or something like that I was expecting to be, even though I tried my best to work so hard for it, but it might bring me back to the days when I was in high school or something like that. So I'm just going to start drawing Winda in a realistic form in 3, 2, 1, here we go!
This here is an image of Winda in a form of a realistic portrait. You kind of see that I made her human like the way I would draw a human portrait in reality. I did try my best to make it realistic or hyper-realistic, but that's all I can do. I'm sorry that I have like a technical difficulties with this all because my iPad didn't like being recorded for over an hour, and the rest took me 2 hours to complete this. It does took me back when I tried to draw realistic human portraits back in my high school days, and I've moved on to creating characters in anime style clearly for an animation film. This image might look creepy to some of you even though you couldn't imagine meeting that person in reality, but it might be one attempt I guess. And also that the image is available for $1 a download if you want to purchase this, and you might buy it on Redbubble.com if you wanted a digital print on anything. I guess that's all I have to say in order to present this. You can hit the subscribe button for more videos, and like this video if you like this. You can try out my other 3 channels too. I might have to say thanks for watching, and give the artist/filmmaker a high five. So anyhow, thanks for watching.